This one's the big one, folks. Scotland, France. Well, France, Scotland, this one was actually because it was in France. But what another game. Again, a meeting between these two teams never seems to fail to entertain. And to be honest with you, it's very much like that it was entertaining after that slugfest of Wales England. We needed this. So let's have a look at the game and then have a little look because there's a few World Cup things I want to talk about this. But we'll get into it now. So, obviously Scotland came back from 21-3 down last week, and to be honest with you, something similar kind of happened here again. Not quite to the extent, but Scotland actually came out the blocks early, scoring a try at about 5 minutes through Kyle Steyn. Was first off, a great kick by Finn Russell. I don't know if he was intending for it to go out or not, but it just bounced inside and was well gathered back up by Van der Merwe inside the French 22, and then Scotland just brought it across and then took it on the wing for Steyn to score in the corner. It was a great team try there. And Scotland started with a bang. They were like, 10-3 up after about 10 minutes or something. It was looking pretty decent for Scotland. And then France got another penalty. All of these kicked through Ramos and Russell to make it 10-6. And then France scored a try. It was a very well worked try through Ntamak, who's actually now gonna miss the World Cup due to injury. That's just came out. Which is quite worrying for the French because he's a brilliant player. But yeah, it was a great maul from France. Just got it out. He just spotted a gap in the defence and just slid through and scored. To be honest with you, France played well in pockets. And put it 13-10, which is what the score was at half time. Then just after half time, France were incredible for those 5-10 minutes. They scored twice in about the space of 3 minutes, in like the 42nd and 45th minute or something like that, through both Pinot and Olivon. Two great tries. Pinot, they just got down to the line, spun out to corner, and he just wiggled in. The Olivon one, they got round Steyn, I think it was, and then France on the break. They're one of the best teams in the world in open play on the break, France, which put France 27-10 up, so 17 points down. And you're going, here we go again. And then Van der Merwe scored in the corner for Scotland. He did seem to injure himself in the process, but he seems to be okay. I'm struggling for words at the minute. I don't know why. I'm all over the place. That's why this is quite late. About a day later than I hoped it would be. But yeah, he looked injured, but to be honest with you, from what I could see, he was walking. It looked like he just got a dead leg or something, something that he'd probably be able to play again now. Is unlike Ntamak, who missed the World Cup. So he did that, went off, so Kinghorn went to the wing and Smith went to 15. Smith did a lot better at 15 this time than against Italy. He put in a brilliant tackle on France. Was it BL Barry or was it the other one? Can't remember. There's multiple. One of the French wingers with the red scrum cap, I think there's a couple of them. He was straight through looking destined to score, and Smith put in a brilliant tackle, which managed to dislodge the ball. And yeah, brilliant tackle from Smith. Until Dodge scored again for Scotland. And Scotland are having everything at this point. They started off strong, slipped towards the end of the first half with the penalty count, slipped at the start of the second half. So for the first 20 and the last 20, they were the better team. And I think France just got tired. Scotland are a very, very fit team. France, this is a lot of these players' first games in a few months, so they will be a bit tired. and that's what Scotland took advantage of. Dodge. Scotland got a penalty deep in the French 22. Finn Russell took it quickly, got brought down what I think was not 10, but never mind. I managed to recycle it quickly, and Dodge just picked it up and went and scored. So it was 22-27 at this point, and then came what I think is a brilliant. I won't say one of the best, but a brilliant try, one of the best probably of the summer series so far. George Horn putting a brilliant kick right down the touchline. Kyle Stein weaving round about 3 or 4 players off the pitch, and then managing to get himself back on the pitch, regather the ball with one hand, which as long as he didn't have the ball in his hand when he was out, you can do that. And then he just went in the corner to put it 27-all. And this was about 7 or 8 minutes left, and you're thinking, oof. Unfortunately, though, France did get a late penalty, and Tomo Ramos managed to get it over, so France won 30 points to 27. But I'm not mad at that loss, I think Scotland played really, really well, apart from the penalty count, which I think did creep. I think it was like 13-8 or something. Scotland got 13, France got 8, which, Scotland is slightly on the higher end. France is at a decent level. Scotland's just at a slightly higher end. But I'm getting, I reckon that performance, okay, maybe not the slip bits, but when Scotland were playing better, I wouldn't be surprised if that would actually be able to pull something off against one of the bigger teams in the pool. If it's Ireland or the Box, I think Scotland are ready. I do. Townsend is naming his 33 for his final World Cup squad on Wednesday, so in a couple of days. And I can't wait for that. I would imagine he's on what he needs to drop 4 more players. Sitting here right now, he'll drop a hooker, he'll drop a back row, he'll drop a 9. Hooker, back row, 9. He might actually drop 2 9s, depending on Ben White, although Ben White's meant to be back. No, he won't drop. He might drop a centre actually, yeah. So it'll be a hooker, back row, 9 centre. Yeah. And out of that, I'd say probably hooker, I don't actually know. They've all actually not done too badly. McInally, maybe. Cherry, maybe, or Ashman. It'll be McInally, Cherry, or Ashman. No, I don't think Turner will be dropped. Back rows, I think it'll be Crosby. I think it was between Crosby and Bayliss, and I think Bayliss have played well enough, and a couple of times he's come on. 9s, I'm going with Jamie Dobie, thinking that Ben White's going to be okay. Because apparently he's going to be back in time for the Georgia game. So I don't know if he'll play in the Georgia game, but he should be back in there. And in a centre, I'm honestly going to say it's going to be Chris Harris. Because you've got Redpath, you've got Hugh Jones, Pilotu. Actually, they might keep him then. I don't know. We'll have to wait. I don't know why I'm sitting speculating, but from a Scotland point of view, I think they're ready. If Scotland can fix their penalty count, I would reckon they're going to give both South Africa and Ireland a huge run for their money. I don't want to waffle, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, so I'll just kind of finish it there. Let me know what you thought in the game. I thought it was a brilliant, brilliant game. Just annoyed I couldn't get this out earlier, but it is what it is. If you've seen the England-Wales thing, you'll know that I've got a lot of stuff going on because I'm actually moving out soon, so yeah. But yeah, I'll see you next time, yeah?